Namaskaram. Today we're going to do an interview. This is a totally a different level of interview than comparing to what we did normally. We always talk about the KNANAYA community and everything, but this time we have somebody from community, KNANAYA community, but he's a youngster who almost born here in America and grew up in America, and I knew him since almost 20 years. And I never ever imagined that he's going to be a movie producer. I cannot imagine that. So now let me bring a young man from our community to you because I think we need to have a discuss each and every aspiration from the community and people who trying to do something better, different. I need to be shown to you so you can understand. And also we need to support our own people, our own young people when they have something new, different, and something positive. And let me introduce my friend, and I should say friend, and my my neighbor, and who? What else I can say about you?
Family friend. We're basically family.
Family friend.
Family
Yes.
friend. I mean, working out, right? So it's probably fourth cousin right now. Who
Well,
knows?
that's a good thing, right?
Maybe third cousin.
Let me welcome you, Jenish.
Hey.
Jenish
Hey, uncle.
Joseph Puthiyaveettil. I'm going to ask all the questions to him so he can explain. So, Jenish, so what we are talking about here? I heard you started to make a movie. Just talk about that as a beginning.
Yeah. So for me, so I went to school for this. I went to school for theater, and writing is something I've always done. I actually started in the KNANAYA community. I would write these little one-act plays in the community. The different programs. But yeah, in this movie, I wrote it in 2019. And then the pandemic happened in 2020. I kept writing, then I wrote a TV series. In 2021, we shot it. We shot the short film. And the short film is basically we call it a visual pitch. It's a mini version of the first episode of the TV series.
Okay.
Don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing gonna be alright.
What are you aiming at? Are you going for the full production, like a full scale movie, or just a Netflix like a small production?
Yeah, so what the goal is to get the TV series. So, I already wrote the pilot. We have 10 episodes, and the goal is to get a TV series. And whether that's the Netflix or the Hulu's or the HBO Max, a television series.
Just talk about your background a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your background?
Yeah.
Talk about your family first.
Yeah, my family. My family. Well, I don't know. My dad's from Chapangal. My mom's from. Where's she from? She's
Unnatra?
she's Chambola. So Chambola is Kudalur. Right?
Yeah,
It's been a long time since I've been in India, right? So I've been here most of my life. Now I'm trying to understand where are they from. I know this. I was born in Cartas, all right?
Okay, that's
2 months. Then I came here. Okay. I was almost born here, but then they put me in Cartas, and I came here in a plane 2 months later.
So you actually born in India.
Yeah.
You came here when you were 2.
2 months old. 2 months old. Not even
No,
two. 2 months old.
2 months old. And now you grew up basically here in America. Where were you young?
Yeah, so I grew up in Yonkers, New York.
Okay.
For the first 12 years in my life, and then we moved here, middle school, and since then, Georgia. So.
Okay. So Georgia is your home.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
You're Georgian.
Yeah, I mean, I will say my roots are from New York. That's why I got a little extra, little
Yankees,
spice.
Yankees.
Yeah, but I've been here long enough to say I'm from Georgia. Yeah.
Okay, good. So So let's talk about this. I mean, movie background.
Yeah.
Because I heard we just saw the preview.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Preview?
Yeah, we are a private screening.
Private screen.
Yeah.
So it's coming out to
Yeah.
the public.
So what it is, we're doing film festivals.
Okay.
The film festivals like Atlanta, New York, we're submitting
Okay.
to 20 different ones, or 11 different ones. And in the film festivals is your Netflixes, because they're the ones that are hosting it.
Okay.
And the goal is to show it to them. God willing, they like it, and then we get the series.
Okay. I mean, you just mentioned briefly you started writing this in 2019.
Yeah.
And then in 2021 you started to film it.
Yeah.
And now it's finished.
Yeah.
It's finished product.
Yeah.
To start to show people.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people? How long? What is the background about that?
The process of this, yeah.
Yes.
So so in 2021 we shot it. We shot it in 4 days, like 15 hours a day.
Okay.
All right.
So you did here in Atlanta?
Yeah, we shot everything in Georgia.
Okay.
Right. We shot everything in Georgia, Atlanta, and then after 2021, not after. So we shot everything in September, and since then, my editor and we would meet every Saturdays for 2 hours to edit this for a year.
Okay.
All right. And then finally, and in this whole process, I have my mentors coming. I have different teachers, different people are checking it, looking at the drafts, giving me notes. And eventually, after we finalize the draft, then I start working with my sound designer and my music composer.
Okay.
And him and I meet every week. And the last process is the color grader visual effects artist. And I would meet with him and finish it. So we actually finished in 2022, like last month, basically, the complete product.
Wow.
So
just to talk about, I know you are interested to this film and art world. When you realized you wanted to do something like this?
Yeah, for me, a lot of it actually was from the community, in the community, when I was like starting 14, the youth leaders would put me in the things and then eventually in the little plays, eventually I would write it. So it kind of started right there.
Okay.
But age 19 to be exact, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna change my major because I was a science major. I was like, you know what? I'm changing it to theater, theater film. And age 19 is when I made the decision, like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do. This is what I love.
This is something you thought about for a long time, or just like all the time?
I noticed this. I'll be real. I noticed like when I did this, I was happy. All right. And when I did other things, like to be honest with you, yeah, I tried science. Nothing against science, y'all. We need science. But I noticed like the science textbook was in my car trunk, and I was always in the theater.
Oh, okay.
So it came to the point like if I'm always in the theater, and if the science books is in my car trunk, well, I probably just need to just switch to theater. So
basically, you conceived the whole production.
Yeah.
So talk about this movie.
Yeah. The movie's what it is. It's about a South Asian American, right? South Asian American young man, and a need for connection, a need for community within a violent world. So for me, some of my favorite directors are Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola. So we're talking
about the big people.
We're talking about Godfather. We're talking about I love those type of stories.
Okay.
And I don't see people that look like me in those type of stories.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna make that story, and I'm gonna put myself in that story, and I'm gonna get my team and put them in the story. That's what we did.
So that's a real true thing, because you want something to be done, you do it.
We do it like that's it.
That's a cool. To go to get to the level.
Yeah.
We need to do something our own. Because when I heard about your project, I'm thinking about the Nighttime Shyamalan. Yeah, I'm sure you know that.
I do. I like him, but I noticed in none of his movies he ain't got no Indian people in it. But yeah, I know he won out. I'm trying to I saw Sixth Sense. I saw The Village. At least one actor, man. At least one. Bring one guy in.
But he is in it.
That's true. At least he's in it. I mean, golly, man, bring some of us in it too. But I appreciate him. He is someone that one of the first people, and we don't know what the limitation is. You know.
I mean, this is what I was trying to do because I mean, I heard of this when he first beginning in the movie career. He was asking a lot of Indian people he was from Philly, so he was a lot of connections in New York, New Jersey, Philly, and asking for people to help.
Yeah.
But nobody believed in him, and then once he break into the world, he become huge hit.
Yeah.
With
That's probably why he didn't put no brown people in. He's like, the beginning didn't believe me. You know what? Forget them. You know what? It makes sense now. Yeah.
So, Jenish, talk about your community.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
My community. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in the beginning, before I went to college and stuff like that, the community is where the opportunity to just go on stage and try it.
Okay.
That's kind of, what I feel with the community. It kind of started there because, we would do these cultural programs and they needed programs. So who do they pick? The kids and the youth.
From the youth.
So that means, and since we had a small community in Georgia, it was only like 20 of us, 10 of us, 15, or whatever, whatever the numbers, I'm talking about the youth. Okay. So we're the ones that made the program. So that means I had to go there right, I had to go direct, so it started there.
Okay.
So that's where it started.
So then you grow up, and once you got into that level, what you wanted to tell the young generation, like the people, who listen to our program? Yeah,
I feel like, look, if you love something, go for it. Just go for it. Put your heart into it and go for it. That's really and there's gonna be some doubters. It's all right. Eventually make them into a consumer. But just bring your whole friends, the people that believe you, and just go for it and put your heart in it. And and even when there are moments where challenging moments come, don't quit. Just keep going. If it's something that you love, just go for it. That's it.
Talk about this. People who like to come into the art world or even film industry.
Yeah.
So would you give some suggestion, advice?
Yeah, I think for me, training was a big thing. Okay. Training is very key. I mean, if someone to be a doctor, they go to school for that, right? Okay. So training, knowing like how to write, how to act. It's not like it's not like a cashier job. It's a craft. You work until you get really good at it. Okay. So I would suggest training. That's the number one thing. Don't be so obsessed with, I gotta make Hollywood. That will happen, but it's the craft, it's the work, and eventually, opportunities will come as one continues to grow and get better within the craft.
Wow, Jenish, I mean, it's very impressive because when I was there watching the whole thing, I'm like, wow, I cannot believe somebody who grew up in front of me did all the whole thing like this, and I was surprised and I was very impressed. And I'm happy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for your time.
I appreciate it.
And I hope people will see this show.
East Paradise.
East Paradise.
Yes.
And soon coming on to.
Yeah. So the way we're doing is we're putting it out film festivals, and like whether it's Atlanta, New York, just LA. We're submitting. God willing, we get in. And we'll see what happens. The goal is to get the series.
So then once somebody, for example, if Netflix say, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's start with it.
Yeah.
So what is the next process? The
next process would be to shoot it and put it out in the streaming services and bringing it to your homes, whether that's your computer, your phone, your TV.
So you're going to be busy then?
I'm already busy. I'm already doing 4 or 5 different jobs right now, but it's all good,
No, I'm talking about like you will be focused and you will work on your project.
100%, yeah.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to bring my team. The ones that believed me in the beginning. We're the ones that are going to be going to the top too. So, yeah.
So am I able to talk about this the film itself?
Just a little bit, don't want to give too much away because then someone's like, hey, that's a great idea. I should write it too. Then before I get to Netflix, they're like, hey, sorry, we already got the story.
No. I think that you're going back and forth on the story because the part I saw, the short film I saw, I like the guy and you just kill him.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, that guy was dead. I mean, why? Why you do that to him?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he was a good. I mean, I hope he will. I mean, when you have come in, he will be have something in the bag.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You will be bring him back, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is this short film is a visual concept.
Okay.
I mean, like, everything you saw, I mean, I have a longer version. Like,
Okay.
the first episode is 1 hour.
Okay.
So this short film, I compressed that to 20 minutes.
Oh.
So we are going to have to reshoot everything
To do
to do the full hour.
Okay.
So this is just like, hey, Netflix or whoever. I keep saying Netflix. It could be HBO. It could be Hulu. It could be whatever. It's like, hey, this is a little
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon
Yeah,
Prime is
Amazon.
the big,
Paramount. Whoever.
Come on.
Let's
Let's go for the Amazon.
Amazon. It's like the short film's like, hey, here's a little taste.
Okay.
All right, you like it? Okay, well, we have a 7-course meal. In other words,
This is just taste.
there's a little taste. This is just a small little mini version, but there's a whole big version
Coming.
that we
Then
need
it
to
is
get.
full
Yeah,
production,
exactly.
and that's
So
what it
this
has.
is the pitch.
I mean, I cannot say much about it because I don't know the
Yeah.
background of the film
Yeah.
and this world. So, but I definitely hope that you will be successful director, producer. Let me look at all your.
Let me help you. Director, writer, producer, actor.
What else you do on the film?
What else I'm doing? Hey, for this production, I do it all. No, let me repeat that. I have 34 people that helped me make this.
Okay.
34.
It's not you, just you.
Absolutely not. One human being cannot, especially at the level that we do it at. This is very high quality, grace of God.
Okay.
34 people helped me make this.
Okay.
And yeah, it took a village to make this.
Okay.
So
So can you give some idea who's the people behind?
yeah, I mean, I have to first talk about my cinematographer, my editor. I mean, she literally edited everything. My music composer, but it's everybody, the whole village. My mom, she made. We had an Onam scene. So who made the Indian food? My mom. Like we had a scene where we had to do a dance sequence. Who did the dance choreography? My sister. Okay. So it is like, but yeah, my friends, but thankfully my friends are professional filmmakers.
Okay.
So it worked out
Yeah.
where the cinematographer, editors, music
Some
composer.
of your friends actually act in the big movies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some of the leads, the supporting leads, is like Jason Louder. He's in the TV series right now, I think. The one that plays Sharif, Anthony Escuzby.
Okay.
You'll see him like in every commercial. I think he's in a commercial right now.
Okay.
So a lot of the actors, they're people that you see in your TV series, in your
real world,
movies,
okay.
your commercials.
Okay.
So yeah.
They are already out there. You're just lucky to know them and.
Yeah, just very blessed because we all went to class together at one point.
Okay.
Okay. They're a little older than me, meaning like not too older, but it was like I was like the young kid in the class,
in the group, okay.
and they would always just be so loving and kind to me. And then when I wrote it, I thought about them when I wrote some roles, and I was like, hey, do you want to be part of it? And they're like, hey, I love it, let's do it.
Okay. So they all came together.
Yeah.
And support you.
34 people came in, and we made it happen.
And East.
East Paradise, yeah, East's Paradise.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that because you're from East?
No, it's actually biblical.
Okay, talk about that.
It's all about that?
I know.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna get.
I have no clue when I see East
I mean,
Paradise,
yeah.
something else. But
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna give away the whole story, but we'll give.
no. Just talk about the Bible part.
Okay, the Bible part. Okay, so in Genesis, right, it talks about how Cain kills Abel, right? Okay. So when Cain killed Abel, God told Cain, "You have to leave." And where did he leave? East of Paradise, because they lived near paradise. Okay. So in a similar way, somebody gets killed in my film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody gets killed, and it's like what it is like an analogy. It's not literal verbatim. Hey, they live in paradise. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. It's like that.
Okay, now I get it.
It's that creative analogy. I'm not talking about, hey, we live in Genesis and no, that's not what we're talking about. but yeah, and there is like a father figure, in the film, and yeah. So basically, it's at the end of the day, it's a search for paradise, search for connection and community, but it's a violent world, and unfortunately, it's not really paradise. So So yeah, that's kind of the biblical version of that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I could not even imagine unless you told me about it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
of course. Yeah.
And that means it's the whole movie is like a more deeper.
Oh, yeah,
than
yeah.
we can just sit down, understand the whole, like a short time.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Young man, I am so proud and happy
Oh,
that
thank
you
you.
come to me and I'm lucky to sit down with what is it, like a next Hollywood director.
Yeah, what?
Big guy, right?
I accept. Bring it in. Bring it. Scorsese, Coppola, M. Night Shyamalan. He's all right, but we need we need Scorsese, Coppola. You know, I mean, God bless. I'm grateful for him, but yeah.
That's. I mean, we have a lot of. There's a lot of good people out there, and
Yeah.
And of course, there's a room for people like you.
Exactly.
And when the new people come in, and there's a room.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Exactly.
So that's what I wish, and I hope all your best wishes for your future, and when you come back again, right?
Why not? Let's do it.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much.
So, guys, I just wanted to conclude this, and it was very interesting to get this opportunity to deal with and talk with him, and thank for you watching it. I will finish this. I hope we will come back to back again for more shows. How about that? So, guys, go and check it out, eastparadise.com. Thank you.
Don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing gonna be alright.